It watches beneath the waves. Deep within Black Hollow Lake, local fishermen whisper tales of something ancient that moved beneath, a thing no net could hold, no sonar could trace, just silent tread under still, deceiving waters. One night, Ethan dared the legend, rowing alone into the fog, flashlight flickers, unaware that every splash of his oar summoned something from below that had waited decades to feel warm flesh again. A soft knock echoed against the boat's hull, too rhythmic for waves, too deliberate for nature, and Ethan froze as bubbles rose, spelling patterns like ancient tunes glowing with otherworldly phosphorescence. His light flickered, revealing a bloated eye the size of a dinner plate, staring through the water with intelligence, an ancient predator playing with prey before striking with cruelty earned over centuries. Ethan screamed, but fog devoured his voice, swallowing sound like the lake swallowed light, and something brushed his leg with the texture of decay and the weight of hunger. He paddled furiously, only to find the shoreline had vanished, replaced by infinite black water stretching endlessly, as if the lake had grown to trap him in its endless shifting throat. Something lashed onto the boat underside, dragging it slowly backward, and Ethan clutched the side as cold rose from the wood, as if death itself seeped into his bones. He dropped his phone, but its screen lit the water for a second, revealing rotting skull beneath, jaws open mid-scream, anchored by weeds that pulsed like living veins. Whispers began, dozens of voices overlapping in languages he didn't know but understood, each word hammering dread into his mind like nails into a coffin. The lake rocked violently, waves crashing without wind, and Ethan saw a shape rising beneath, tentacle fuzzed with bones, its flesh pulsating with glowing parasites, its face an amalgamation of the drowned. With a cry, he dove into the lake, but water turned thick like blood, dragging at his limbs while invisible claws carved burning symbols into his back. He surfaced only to see dozens of boats, all identical to his own, drifting empty, each with a single name carved, Ethan. The creature rose fully now, a towering mix of rot, bone, and seaweed, mouth full of screaming faces, eyes blinking out of sync, reality bending around its form. Time fractured. Ethan saw himself drowning, burning, screaming in thousands of timelines, each version of himself dying in a different way beneath Black Hollow Lake. With a gurgle, he was dragged beneath, arms flailing as if waving goodbye, leaving only ripples, and the fog closed in like a curtain ending a cursed performance. Days later, his boat washed ashore, perfectly intact, save for the seat covered in wet, pulsing moss that whispered Ethan's name when the wind blew. Locals burned the boat, but the smoke rose in the shape of screaming face, and the ashes reassembled themselves by morning. Fishermen stopped coming, birds stopped flying, and even frogs stopped croaking. Nature knew something now lived in the lake that shouldn't have ever been awakened. But once every full moon, a flashlight flickers on the shore, and the lake bubbles, welcoming the next visitor too foolish to fear legends. And under the water it waits, not asleep, not alive, but aware of your breath, your heartbeat, your name. Yes, you reading this is watching from beneath the waves right now.